let us begin with the concept, the parliament, power, composition and structure. The word parliament is derived from the French word parler, which means to talk. The term connotes a place where people sit and discuss national and international issues and enact legislations for the country. The modern parliamentary system owed its origin to Western countries, particularly the United Kingdom. The term parliamentary refers specially to a kind of democratic polity wherein the supreme power vests in the body of a people's representatives, call it parliament. The parliamentary system is one in which parliament enjoys a place of primacy and preeminence in the governance of the state. In India, the legislature of union is called the parliament. The parliament consists of president and the two houses, they are lower house and upper house. The lower house is called the House of People or Lok Sabha. Simultaneously, the upper house is also known as the Rajya Sabha, the House of Elders, like the British House of Lords. Our constitution adapted the parliamentary form of government and brought about a harmonious blending of legislative and the executive organs of the state. That means executive power is exercised by a group of members of the legislature and they remains in power as long as they retain majority. The parliamentary system thus lays stress on the close relationship and the interdependence of the executive and the legislature. The parliament is the legislative organ of the union government and it occupies the central position in Indian democratic political system due to adoption of parliamentary form of government. Articles 79 to 122 in the part 5th of the constitution deals with the organization, composition, duration, office procedure, privileges and powers of the parliament. First concept, let us begin the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house of the parliament. Its members are elected directly by the people. Under the constitution, not more than 530 members ought to be chosen by direct election from territorial constituencies in the states and not more than 20 members to represent the union territories. In addition to that, 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community may be nominated by the president if he is of the opinion that that community is not adequately represented in the Lok Sabha. However, in January 2020, the Anglo-Indian reserved seats in the parliament and state legislature of the India were abolished by the 1/4 Constitutional Amendment Act 2019. Thus, the maximum strength of the house envisaged in the constitution is 552. The total elective membership of the Lok Sabha is distributed among states in such a way the total elective membership of the Lok Sabha is distributed among states in such a way that the ratio between the number of seats allotted to each state and population of the state is as far as practicable, which is same for all the states. The Lok Sabha at present consists of 545 members. Of these, 530 members are directly elected from the states and 13 from the union territories. while 2 are nominated by the President to represent the Anglo-Indian community. Following the Constitution 84th Amendment Act, the total number of the existing seats as allocated to various states in the Lok Sabha on the basis of the 1971 census shall remain unaltered till the first census to be taken after the year 2026. Since the population in any given region is an ever-changing factor, a way must be found of re-adjusting the representation of the electoral constituencies. This process is known as delimitation. After each census, readjustment is done by the Delimitation Commission, which is constituted under the Act of Parliament. The work of delimitation includes determination of the number of seats in each constituency and the number of reserved seats, if any, for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The election to the Lok Sabha is direct election, is conducted on the basis of adult franchise. All citizens, men and women who have completed the age of 18 years being eligible to vote. The Constitution provides for secret voting. According to the present system, a candidate who secures the largest number of the votes is declared elected. Let us next come to the discussion duration of Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha has been provided with a fixed term like House of Representatives in United States of America and the House of Commons in United Kingdom. The reason of representative democracy is that the government should obtain the mandate of the people periodically in order to continue in the office legitimately. The term of Lok Sabha in India is 5 years from the date of its first meeting. The expiration of the period of 5 years operates as its dissolution. The Lok Sabha may be dissolved before the expiration of full of its term under certain circumstances, when a proclamation of emergency is in force. The term of Lok Sabha can be extended by Parliament for a period not exceeding 1 year at a time and not exceeding in any case of a period of 6 months after the proclamation has ceased to operate. The next concept is qualification for membership. There is hardly any qualification that the Constitution prescribes for a member of a Lok Sabha, except that he should be an Indian citizen and he has completed the age of 25 years. A striking feature of the electoral law is that a candidate for election of a Lok Sabha may stand from any parliamentary constituency from any of the states in India. Such provision, which is almost unknown in other federal states, is an incidence of the principle of single citizenship, which emphasizes the unity of the nation. He must possess other qualifications prescribed by Parliament by law under Article 84. He must be registered as an elector in any constituency in a parliamentary electoral roll. He must be a member of a scheduled caste or scheduled tribe in any state or union territory if he wants to contest a seat reserved for them. However, he or she can contest a seat not reserved for them. Next concept is disqualification for membership. The Constitution has laid down certain disqualification for membership. These are: a person shall be disqualified if he holds any office of profit under the government of India or government of any of the states. If he is unsound minded and stands so declared by a competent court. The next one is if it is an undischarged insolvent. If he is not a citizen of India or has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a foreign state. Finally, if he is so disqualified by or under any law made by Parliament. If any question arises relating to disqualifications, the President decision with the opinion of the Election Commission shall be final under Article 103. The Parliament has laid down some additional disqualification in the Representation of People Act 1951. Next we will discuss the sessions. The Lok Sabha shall meet at least twice a year and the interval between the two consecutive sessions shall be less than 6 months. The time and place of the meeting will be decided by the President, who will summon the House to meet. He has also the power to prorogue the House. The Lok Sabha can also be summoned in a special sessions for disapproving the proclamation under Article 352. If a notice in writing signed by not less than 1/10 of the members of the Lok Sabha is given to the Speaker. When such a notice is given, the President must summon the session within 14 days. The next concept is composition of a Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the Parliament and is sometimes called as the House of Elders. Government of India Act 1919 first established the second chamber, the Council of States, consisting of 60 members nominated and as well as elected. The Government of India Act 1935 provided directly the elected Council of States as a second chamber consisting of 156 members from provinces and 104 members from princely states for a term of 9 years, 1/3 replacing at the end of every 3 years. The draft Constitution of India accepted the second chamber and an elaborate justification for its adoption to provide opportunity to seasoned people who may not be in the thickest of political fray but who might be willing to participate in the debate with an amount of learning and importance which we do not ordinarily associate with the House of People. The maximum membership of Rajya Sabha is to be not more than 250. According to the Article 80 of the Indian Constitution, 12 members are nominated by the President to the Rajya Sabha having special knowledge or practical experience in respect of literature, science, arts and social service, and not more than 238 representatives of the states and as well as union territories. Next concept is the method of election to the Rajya Sabha, that is indirect election. In addition to the nomination, that is nomination made by the President ought to be amongst the person having a special knowledge or practical experience in literature, science, arts and social services. The representative of the states shall be elected by the respective MLAs of the states in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. The same system is followed by the union territories, but instead of the MLAs, These members are elected indirectly by the electoral college of that territory. The present strength of the Rajya Sabha is 245 members according to the Representation of People Act 1951, which can be increased up to 250 by amending the Act itself. Of these, 233 members are elected by the various states' legislative assemblies and union territories, and 12 are nominated by the President, thus making the Rajya Sabha predominantly an indirectly elected body. Unlike the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha enjoys a continuity of life. Under the Constitution, the Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved. There is no provision in the Constitution for the abolition of the Rajya Sabha, like Legislative Council in states. The term of the members of the Rajya Sabha is 6 years, and in this respect, it resembles the Senate of the United States, whose members are also chosen for a period of 6 years. In fact, the Rajya Sabha is a permanent body like the American Senate. 1/3 of the members of the Rajya Sabha, like the members of the American Senate, retire after every 2 years. In other words, at the end of the every second year. In other words, at the end of the every second year, 1/3 of the members are re-elected. This provision enables the Rajya Sabha to retain its political complexion in a more stable manner than Lok Sabha. The next concept is the vacation of seats by members. A member of the parliament, whether of a Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, shall vacate his seat in case of dual membership of either at union level or at union and state level. If a member is disqualified as per Article 102, or if a member resigns, or member absent himself for 60 days without permission of the House from attending the meeting of the House. Student, I hope that you understood the concept of composition of a Lok Sabha and as well as Rajya Sabha. In the next class, I will take the legislative procedure. Okay, thank you.